procedure done on my nose. Basically, they fucking stuck a balloon into my sinuses and like blew them up. So it opened up my airways. Yeah, I had that done on Saturday. No, they give you like drugs so you don't feel it. That's why when you saw me on Sunday, I had glasses on and I was like wiping my nose and I was a little bit in the corner like this. Yeah, I had a procedure done on Saturday. So I thought, fuck it, I'll give it a go. Better than just sitting at home. I'll just go live, move. I haven't trained since Friday.
How was the party?
It was good, yeah. It was a pretty good turnout, yeah.
It was fun. The food was bomb.
Yeah.
What type of meat was that?
Goat? Maybe.
Whatever it was, bro.
It was from the Mexican market.
Yeah, that shit.
I ordered a big platter.
That was fine.
It's good, eh? It's the best food.
Coach Chris, do you have an idea of what we're doing for today's workout?
You'd like to think it's like completely planned and organized and, you know, like on paper and as part of the master plan, but a lot of times it's like, let me just see what I got to work with today. Oh dang, a bunch of people are over where I needed to go, so let's do something else. Got to be able to roll with the punches. But I'm ready. Took some pre-workout. I'm now a citizen. I got my little papers. So yeah, I'm prepared.
Not have to worry about getting kicked out the whole time.
Looking around like someone didn't notice me.
Like last year when I first started, I got in here for free for like 6 months.
Really? Why?
I would just come in and ask for a day pass, and that guy Philip, that comes around, he's like,
Really?
so I did it every time, yeah. For like 6 months it worked, and then all of a sudden, new front desk ladies, $20. So then I finally signed up.
That jab, find the jab, start finding other shots, setting up feints. I feel ready. But also, like if you jab, he parries. Yeah, I was thinking about that. He does have a good right hand. Yeah, maybe even bait that. Yeah, right. Just a bunch of cable movements that, like either mimic boxing stuff or strengthen the core. How many do you want? 15. And then I'm going to set the weight up for you here so you get your own. Alright, this one. So part of being powerful to throw a punch is one thing, but then also being able to control your own punch and be balanced somehow. So you can adjust the weights if it's too easy, too hard. Same 15.
Yeah, man, taking it easy today. Try not to like just tense my face up too much. So you know you make them pain faces.
Yeah.
Just taking it easy, getting back into it. Haven't trained since Friday. Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So just trying to get myself going again. Not pushing it too hard. You know, you don't want to go hard one day and then out for 2 days. So just trying to get the sweat going, get feeling good again, and focus on the breathing around the lap. Still can't take a deep breath through my nose, so it makes me fucking sneeze like crazy. That's good. You see the way the cunt's drinking out the straw. He's drinking out the straw, put his lips on the thing. Put his mouth on the thing.
Appreciate you, big dog.
Alright, y'all.
Good luck.
Thank you.
We do have a lot of work to do, so these are the days where I'm able to get a lot of stuff done. Don't have a lot of clients today. Actually, I don't think I have any. And then, so most of the day is just spent on tasks for the gym. You know, I got to go meet up with Bryan now. We have a new guy doing our leads. We have a new, he's also getting trained on sales. So we're working on that. We're also trying to figure out a new structure for the classes in the gym. So these are things that we're working on. I think I'm picking up, I got new merchandise coming in. I think that's ready today. So I'm gonna call right now, find out. So just kind of working on things to move the needle forward today.
Oh yeah, let's
Pretty
get it.
straightforward. All right, I'll see you in the gym.
See you soon, brother.
Hey Jose, where are the fights on the 26th?
What?
Where are the fights on the 26th?
I'll check right now. I think it's at some convention center. Not convention center, community center. 112.
So, then we've only got 2 guys that got matched so far. So it should move pretty quick, you know. Depending if one's at the beginning and one's at the end. Sometimes that happens, you know. You get your fighter, one fighter at the beginning of the night, one fighter right at the end. So we'll kind of play it by ear. We'll know as it gets closer what's happening there. So today, I was waiting for Bryan to get here now. We'll just chill for a minute. Once he's here, I'll figure out the plan for the day on like who's confirmed, who's not confirmed for our meetings. Looks like we have a pretty busy day as I'm looking at it right now. So it looks like we've got like 12 consultations for today. Like I said, class structure. That's something I guess we'll sit down. Trying to think of where to go. We can sit down with the computer and I'll show you like how I'm working on my class structure. And maybe we'll do like a little breakdown of the business of the business of the gym or the business of personal training, or whatever you think. Just ask me some questions on that end. We'll go sit somewhere and we'll do it. And that pretty much wraps it up. I'm not training today. I'm just doing the one training session. So the one training session. Tomorrow I'll get back into boxing, just when my nose heals up properly. Yeah, no, I'll just take care of business today. I like this song. I was trying to explain it to him for a month. Mike, play that song I like. He's like, what fucking song? I thought it was this one. Oh yeah, it's a good song too. Here without you, baby. You know this song?
No.
You don't know this song?
I never heard this.
Bro. What is the hardest thing for people in the challenge?
The diet.
The diet?
The diet.
What about the diet?
The time frames, because sometimes they can't cook, they can't meal prep. So it's better for them, like stuff like this. Meal preps, and then them having just meal preps ready. So I always recommend them. Well, do Foodie Fit, do this, they can deliver it to you.
It's hard. I hate cooking food.
Yeah.
I enjoy cooking for like a meal, but I'm not gonna sit there and meal prep.
Yeah.
I did before because it saves you a lot of money. And if you do it once a week, it'll save you so much time. But now, I just do not waste the time. We go eat. And I don't eat as much as I used to. Get a little bit of work done now. So if you have anything that's available today to check out, let me know. We can do some tours. Thank you. Bye. That was my agent for the property, for the gym. Yeah, we want to buy. That's like the big thing, is buying something. We want to buy something, but if that doesn't come through, I can't find anything right to buy, then we're going to lease. Because I'm looking for a big spot now. As you saw from the last one, I was like, it's looking for about 10,000 square feet. I'm in 2,700 right now, so way bigger.
So why did you name Nemea?
So when we were coming up the names for the gym, I wanted something unique. So me and like a bunch of the boys, we were like trying to come up with some like unique names, you know. Maybe I was overthinking it. I should have just called it, Stanoff Boxing or Boxing Las Vegas or something. But Anyway, we were trying to come up with something unique and we were throwing around names and stuff like that. And someone came up with Nemea, right? And what that is it's from the story of Hercules, right? And the story of Hercules is Hercules was sent on these challenges. Hercules wanted to become a hero. He was like half god, half human, and he wanted to become a hero. So the gods sent him on these challenges. And one of those challenges, he had to go to this place called Nemea, and he had to fight this lion, right? And it was called the Nemean lion. And in the story, he goes to Nemea and he fucking hunts down this lion and he finds it, and he goes to kill it and he tries to like stab it, right? And his spear breaks, and then he tries to hit it with a bat, and the bat breaks. So he has to drop all the weapons and he gets on the lion's back and he strangles it to death. So the moral of the story is the only person that can face your problems is you. You know, you can't use anything, you have to face your issues. So I like that story and it was cool. So we called the gym Nemea because it's the lion's den. And that name really like worked because when I learned how to box and when I was a kid, I learned how to box in a gym, and the gym was called the Lion's Den. So that was the name of the gym. You know, I'm not going to come out here and name my gym Lion's Den, so we called it Nemea. It's the home of the lion. It's the Lion's Den. So that's where we got the name. It's a unique name. It's hard to say. When I say it, people still fuck it up. When people read it, they read it in a million different ways. So I'm like, fuck, why did we call it Nemea? But I like it. It sounds good. Nemea Boxing. It's the Lion's Den. That's where we got the name from.
Hey, that was pretty good, mate. That was good.
Can you hit that again?
Very good.
Got some great footwork. He's been watching your videos.
Yeah, he subscribed on YouTube to the footwork fundamentals.
I'm ready to eat. You know CJ, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so CJ was talking shit with Charlie, who's one of the guys that Jose trained. And Charlie, like, how would you explain Charlie? Why do we have the hoop? Charlie is like he's getting better, but his athleticism is a 4, and say CJ's is like a 9, right? And Charlie thought that he could beat CJ in basketball. And he made us all believe it, that he could beat CJ in basketball. And he was talking shit, saying, yeah, he's not even gonna get a point on me, blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna just shoot and go, CJ can't play. And CJ's like, bro, I can play. And Charlie's like, no, you can't play. So they were talking shit for like a week. So I was like, all right, let's settle this. Jose is gonna get a hoop. We'll set up in the gym, we'll play a game of fucking basketball. And they were like, no, I'm gonna beat you, we're going back and forth. So we set it up. We were really believing in Charlie. Like we had like a bet on Charlie because we were like, bro, if you're that confident against CJ, bro, CJ's like 6'4", right? Charlie's maybe like a little bit shorter than me, right? And he ain't gonna beat us. And we were like, you know what, if he's this confident, he's either fucking retarded or he's actually good. Anyway, he got smoked. It was not even a challenge.
They all lost money.
We were like, fucking Charlie, what were you talking about? And he was training and CJ was like, I'm not even gonna train for this. Yeah, that's why we have a hoop. That's a long story short.
So that was the one game that was ever played in here?
Yeah, and that was out in the back. Yeah. It was a good game too, but I think we got like, I think we actually have a little video. Alright, I figured it out.
What was the problem?
The only person whose phone was ringing was Bryan, and I'm sick of hearing Bryan on the phone, so we had to get someone else on the phone. I was trying to get the guy who's doing the lead nurture here, I was trying to get his phone to ring instead of just getting a text when someone calls, and I couldn't figure it out, and it was annoying, so I figured it out.
First day boxing.
Hey.
Alright, so for school, now, so you want to learn how to run your first training session. You're brand new with your client, they've never trained before, they've trained before, it doesn't really matter. Boxing is a very simple sport and it's easy to teach, right? Especially if you know how to do it. The first thing you want to remember is not to kill your clients on their first session. There's a couple of different ways we can start the session. You always want to start with your warm-up, and this is where you kind of get to know them see where they're at, see how they're feeling, and how you're going to progress the rest of the day. I recommend starting with a warm-up, 5 to 10 minutes, then you go into your main workout. Your main workout can focus on technique or conditioning, whatever you choose to do on that day. Remember, if you are doing conditioning, see where they're at. If it's their first day, do not kill them. They will never come back and you will never see them and you may be charged with murder. So, don't go too crazy on the first day.
My hair.
Like it's so
How did you guys meet?
I met Sam. She was working at a store. And she was working at a store, and I was walking around shopping, and I saw her, and I walked into the store, and I swept her off her feet.
Wait, did you walk in the store for me, or did you really walk in the store for shoes?
I don't remember. I think it was for you.
Okay.
Sounds better if it was for you.
our second trip here. You want a coffee? Yeah. So this is my amateur boxing team. Majority of them are getting ready for a fight, the ones here today. It's a pretty solid crew. This is only maybe like, there's about 3 or 4 missing right now. But majority of them have a fight coming up in the next few weeks. So today is Tuesday and yesterday was Monday, and we kind of focused a little more on technique with shadow boxing, some partner drills. But today I'm gonna go pretty hard on them. So it's a little bit more conditioning day today. I'll still go over some techniques, some shadow boxing, some bag work, and then we're going to finish off with a little race. All right, 1, 2, 1, 2, move around, reset in between. 1, 2, 1, 2, move out, reset in between, all right? Stay in your stance the whole time, be as sharp and as fast as you can. One person holding, one person punching. Work with Oscar. Ready? Go! Hands up on the ends. Make sure all of them are sharp. Turn your hips, don't lean. Good. Come on.
Oh, fucking light work. You're fucked, Dante. You're fucked. Hey.
Good work, Charlie. Come on, Charlie. That's it. Ready? And done.
30 seconds. Keep on down me. You saw you got to finish 200. 30 seconds. No. Hey, that was fast.
It's not even a mile. They didn't even run a mile just then. This guy had a traumatic experience. Look at this guy, this guy's over here in fetal position.
Was it 2, 4, and 6? And we weren't gonna do 8.
That wraps up the class. We get a little push at the end there, a little bit of sprints. The actual boxing workout one, like I said, wasn't too crazy, just some bag drills there, pushing them to their limit though. These are short, explosive workouts. You know, it's only about 3 minutes of work on there, which is still a lot, but I mean, it's hard, especially if you have an opponent, right? If you're doing this yourself, you can take it easy or whatever, but when you're racing like that, you're pushing to your max, right? You don't want to lose, you're competitive, and I like that about them. That's the cool thing about training with the team, is you can make them competitive, and that makes them better. You know, Teddy don't want to lose to Ashley. He don't want to lose the color of his hair. So there can only be one redhead in the gym. You know, so he's pushing. You know he is. But that about wraps up the day. The rest of the day is just consultations, meetings, signing people up. We have a stacked afternoon. So me and Bryan will get into that right now. We'll grab some food, and that pretty much wraps it up. Yeah. So, testimonial right there. You know, join Nemea Boxing. But yeah, that wraps up the training day. Again, like I said, just consultations now, getting people into the gym, convincing them why Nemea Boxing is the best gym in the world and how we're going to help them. And thanks for spending another day with me. We'll see you on the next one.